Hi guys, welcome to another session with me today. So today we are going to be talking about discovering yourself. So guys, I'm going to give us some few tips on how to discover yourself as a person, as an individual. Number one in this list, discovering God. Yes. First and first, as a person, you need to discover God. You need to know God for yourself. You need to know Him personally. Genesis 1, verse 1 to 2. The Bible says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. So, my friends, in the beginning, God. In this whole universe, as large as this world is, God created everything. God called things to be, and there it was. Not to talk of you, a human being like myself. So, what is there for Him not to create? So, in the beginning, discover God. Build an intimate relationship with Him, not what people are telling you about Him. Then, number two, discover yourself. Now, my friends, this part cannot be overemphasized. As a human being, being man or woman, we all need to discover ourselves. Have you ever asked yourself this question that what was so important for me to be in this world? What was the reason that God sent me here? If you haven't, I have. I've asked myself this question countless times. Okay? Now, if you have never done that, sit down and think about it. Sometimes I will say to my dad, "Hey, this world would have done better if I wasn't in it." But then again, that is my own thought. But God has a purpose of sending me here. And He has a purpose of sending you here. Yes. So it is very vital as an individual to find your purpose, to discover who you are. No matter the level that you think you are. You see, a lot of time we are tend of jumping into something. When you see someone doing something and that person is doing really good, you jump into it, not knowing if that is your path or if that is what you're supposed to be doing. You jump into it, also jump out. That is the mistake. That is a lot of mistakes that we as individuals are making, especially in this part of the world. I, for one, have done provision business. I've sold perfumes. I've supplied Gary, bags of Gary. My husband also opened a big unisex salon for me. And everything came crashing down at one point. Why? Because I wasn't able to figure out my own purpose. I did a lot of things and none of this business worked. At one time they are working, one time everything will collapse. Before I started working with God. So when I started working with God, I took my time. First of all, I knew Him better. I built a relationship with Him. And then I began to yearn to know more about myself because I wasn't liking the position I was. I wasn't liking what I was becoming, depression here and there. I wasn't satisfied at that level that I am. So I began to yearn to ask God. Meanwhile, I have been dreaming about my business. I've been dreaming about cuttings because cutting business is what I've done in the past during my secondary school days. Okay. I used to sew curtains, design it for people back then. After school I go to the market. So I stopped. So since that time I've still been dreaming about it, but I thought because I've already done that business, that's why it kept coming to me. While I started my work with God, I was so anxious. I stopped every business. After my last business also crashed, the guy that I was supplying also crashed. So I just, completely stopped. I wasn't ready to just venture into anything else because I'm tired of wasting money. I'm tired of doing try by error or try your luck, stuff like that. So I wanted to really understand. I wanted to know more. What is it that I am doing wrong? Then I was just talking with a friend of mine, and then she popped a question: what business do I normally see my dream? So I just tell her that I always see myself selling curtains. She was like, the business is there, and you are looking for something else. It's showing in your dream. So I went back home, I really thought about it, and then I presented it to God. I asked Him, when the Lord began to talk to me. So I asked Him about it, and He confirmed it for me. But sadly, the capital to start the business wasn't there. What I did, I'll get clients, give them the estimate of what they need, the prices of what they need, then go to the market and purchase these things, then bring them home and design them myself, tailor it for perfection. I was able to get a machine. Then as for the bed sheet, I bought some bed sheets. I started with that, and I'm still doing that. I've not been able to get my own shop, but I'm still planning on setting that up. I'm working on that. Okay. So currently I'm on that. Even when people tell me, because the business is not an everyday thing. Okay. So a lot of people have told me, why not go for full stop and all of that. It doesn't mean that that is a bad idea. It isn't. But it's not for me. Am I going into it now and then waste another money again? I'm tired of doing all of that. Okay? So now that I am certain this is what the Lord wants me to do financially, so I'm going to be on that. So even now I'm working from home. I get clients, I make for them. I have my bedsheet at home, I sell online. Little by little, I pray that one day that my effort will pay off. But now I know what I am supposed to do. So now this is me discovering myself. And it doesn't end there, okay? Because the Lord wants a better version of me. The Lord wants me to get better. The Lord wants me to improve. The Lord wants me to be better than this. So it's still revealing so much to me. Now, this is where the first one comes in. First, discovering God, knowing Him. Because this world is so mysterious, you can't afford to leave yourself out there just like that. You need a solid foundation. And God, my friend, is that solid foundation that you can rely on, that can guide you on every step of the way. When you're making a mistake, is there to correct you. Even when your feet do slip, is there to wage you so you won't fall. So my friend, discover Him, then discover yourself. Then the next one I'm going to talk about is married women. You know, most men have something doing, but this part is very crucial for married women. You know, I want to talk about women. Women, stop, neglecting yourself the moment you get married. Do not abandon your own identity the moment or when you get married. It is killing a lot of women. It has brought us to a state of depression. Some will say my husband doesn't want me to work, perhaps the finances is not there, or you don't have the right information or how to go about it. Now everything is online. All you need to do is check, just browse it. You as a woman, your world doesn't end by getting married. Putting all your attention, putting all you have in your family, then neglecting yourself. No, no. You can do better. You can do far better than the level that you are now as a married woman. Trust me, when you place so much value on yourself, when you become a better version of yourself, that way you can be of a bigger use to your family. not just to them, to others out there. My friend, do not give up on yourself. Because if you do, you will not only suffer it, but the people that are supposed to benefit from you will also suffer from this. The Lord told me one time, He said He needed a better version of me. He said, because there are people that need to benefit from me. So now imagine if I can't stand for myself, if I can't be useful for myself, how do I intend to be useful to others? So no matter the level that you are now, whether the finances is there, start small. Start small. And just watch how that thing will begin to grow. Now, you discovering yourself, it also brings out a better version of you that you never thought that was there. Okay? Another one again. When you start discovering yourself, it makes you to begin to learn new things. Take for example, I remember when my husband asked me to start content creating and all of that, you know. I didn't want to do it at first because I said I don't want to be famous, but my husband encouraged me to start doing this, and the Lord also asked me to go ahead with it, so which I did. So now, me being online, I'm actually trying to build my brand, trying to make a place for my business out there. And I've been learning a lot too, you know. Now, take content creating for example. I had no idea how they do this thing before, but gradually, within just a few months, I'm able to shoot. I'm able to edit in my own little way that I can for now. And guess what? I am still learning. I'm still improving. So same thing goes to you. When you begin to discover yourself, you begin to learn new things. You begin to expose yourself to new things. And trust me, these things are beneficial. They are. And another thing is invest in yourself. Never stop learning. If you see the right tool that will boost you up, that will boost your mentality up, that will boost you up as a student, as a married woman, as a married man, or as a single lady, go for it. Continue to invest because you are the only investment that you place in yourself that will give you value. Yes. This part is also for those believers out there that they don't want to get famous just like me. Perhaps you are shy. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to be stained. But that was my thought before I came across a video of one pastor. When she emphasized on this thing, my eyes got open. I was really happy that day that I came across that video. It was as if the Lord just made me to see that video. She said believers are fond of saying, "Oh, I don't want to associate myself with the world. I don't want to get stained with the world." Yes, we don't want that. But then, these people are taking all the decisions for us. We don't want to become politicians, but they make the rules for us. The things we buy, things are getting more expensive by the day because of the decisions that these people are making. So now, if you are also in that seat, you know this is what they are doing wrong, right? So, if believers are in that seat, you will definitely do better, right? So you see, there are a lot of reasons why we should not shy away from this thing. We should try as much as possible to begin to position ourselves for stuff like this. If the person in that seat is bad, you can be the difference that the world needs. Yes. If only you are willing to put yourself out there. I learned so much from our video that day. Alright, guys, this will be the end of our class. See you next time. Bye.